What's going on, family? This is Scrapbook Boxing, Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series. This is part 2 of Georgia Deacon, Tiger Flowers. Here you have Harry Greb to your right and Johnny Wilson to your left, squaring off for their 1923 middleweight championship bout. To your rear left, you would have referee Lou Magnolia, and rear right, ring announcer Joe Humphreys. And they're preparing for the World Middleweight Championship bout between Johnny Wilson, middleweight champion, and Harry Greb, who would be the light heavyweight champion of the American title. And this was some fight. And after 15 rounds of boxing, Harry Greb would hold not only the American light heavyweight championship, but he would now capture the World Middleweight Championship, and he would have 2 titles simultaneously. And as you see here, Harry Greb will defeat Johnny Wilson. He outpoints Wilson, middleweight championship of the world. The new middleweight champion of the world, Harry Greb, defeats Johnny Wilson. Fascinating achievement. Greb wins middleweight championship from Johnny Wilson in a 15-round decision. Now, Harry Greb, before defeating Johnny Wilson, would outpoint Gene Tunney for the light heavyweight championship of the world. So you have Harry Greb holding both the light heavyweight championship as well as the middleweight championship simultaneously. Now, Harry Greb loses his title to Gene Tunney. Gene Tunney put on a masterful performance. Against Harry Greb. And Harry Greb no longer has the light heavyweight championship, but he still has the middleweight strap. So Harry Greb will now have to defend his middleweight championship out over the Georgia Deacon, Tiger Flowers. And Tiger Flowers was a master in that ring. Now, Harry Greb didn't think it would be a problem because he already took the title away from a southpaw, Johnny Wilson, in 1923. So Tiger Flowers shouldn't be an issue as a southpaw as far as he was concerned. But he would be all wrong because Tiger Flowers studied that fight with Gene Tunney. And he knew that Harry Greb could not deal with a boxer. You see, Harry Greb would be blind in his right eye. And word got out to Tiger Flowers to box and shift the opposite way. And that he did. And that right jab was in the face of Harry Greb the whole night. Now, February 26, 1926, Harry Greb would meet with the Georgia Deacon, Tiger Flowers. Praying Deacon, Tiger Flowers, wins the middleweight championship of the world from Harry Greb. First Negro ever to hold. The head of division quotes Bibles as he battles jaded Pittsburgher, taking 15-round contest on points. Blessed be the Lord, my strength, which teaches me my hands to war and my fingers to fight. 144th Promise. Prayers brought speed and strength to his fists and made him the world's middleweight champion. Theodore Tiger Flowers, the first Negro to achieve the honor declared following his victory over Harry Greb of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, at Madison Square Garden, New York City, on the night of February 26, which would be 1926. Flowers' first Negro middleweight champion. Theodore Tiger Flowers is the 18th boxer to hold the middleweight championship of the world and the first of the Negro race to achieve this distinction. Those who preceded him were Tom Challenger, Georgie Rookie, Mike Donovan, Nonpareil Jack Dempsey, George LeBlancy, Bob Fitzsimmons, Tommy Ryan, Kid McCoy, Joe Thomas, Stanley Ketchel, Billy Papke, Frank Klaus, George Chip, Al McCoy, Mike O'Dowd, Johnny Wilson, and Harry Greb. Paid admission to the title bout numbered 16,337 tickets sold, and the gross receipts totaled 104,569. Fascinating achievement by the Georgia Deacon, Tiger Flowers. So Tiger Flowers would hold that title until he would meet Mickey Walker, December 23rd, 1926. And Mickey Walker would become the new middleweight champion of the world. Toy Bulldog. December 3rd, 1926 was the date that the Toy Bulldog would capture the middleweight championship of the world from the Georgia Deacon, Tiger Flowers. Mickey Walker was welterweight championship of the whole title holder when he defeated Pete Latzo. And now he becomes middleweight championship title holder. Fascinating feat for the Toy Bulldog. So the Georgia Deacon, Tiger Flowers, phenomenal middleweight champion of the world. Unfortunately, he died through an operation of an eye injury. On November 16th, 1927. Salute to Tiger Flowers, outstanding middleweight champion of the world. This is Scrapbook Boxing, Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series. Thanks for hanging in there with me. All great fighters and all great fights will never be forgotten on my channel. Peace.